Hey guys, for today's video I'm going to be replacing the coolant bypass valve on the 2000 Saab 9.5. So the things that you'll need for this procedure are a 10mm socket. I have my socket set here. A deep socket's preferred. You'll need a pair of pliers or hose clamp removers, a couple of flathead screwdrivers, a bungee cord, a marker or chalk, and then of course the new coolant bypass valve. Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and start the procedure. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove these plastic covers here. And this one you just want to pull up, it'll come away fairly easily. And then after that we're going to go ahead and remove the electrical connectors. Do that just by carefully pulling back on it with a screwdriver. And pulling up on the connector itself. So you're going to want to be mindful that these cars are really old. See if I can get it to focus here. If you look and see what I've done, I've accidentally broke the electrical connector on this end. So that's going to be kind of a pain putting it back together. So just be careful to kind of push and pull that so you don't break it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep going. So I've got my electrical connector disconnected. Go ahead and move it up out of the road. Like I said, I broke mine, so put that piece aside. Alright, so after you get that electrical connector moved up out of the way, you're going to want to go ahead and get your 10mm deep socket. And using your socket wrench, you're going to want to remove the two bolts from the back here. Okay, once you've got those two 10mm bolts away, you're going to want to gently pull on this plastic cover, pull it off of the wiring harness, and then pull out on this wiring harness as well. At the top here underneath there's a little clip, so you'll have to pull up and out to get that to come off. Now that you've got the wiring harness moved away, you're going to want to use the bungee strap to pull it up and out of the road very gently. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the bungee cord, stick it around this side of the wiring harness, and then come back to the hood support arm. You go ahead and attach that to the hood support arm so it's up out of the road. So I did break a couple of vacuum lines, guys. Sadly our car care or our auto shop is closed, so I'll have to pick a roll of that up tomorrow to go ahead and replace those. But we're going to go ahead and keep working on the coolant bypass valve. Now if you guys will notice, and you can't see it very well at the camera angle, but your coolant bypass valve sits down in here and it should be strapped back to the firewall. So to start out with the bypass valve, you're going to want to go ahead and cut that tie that keeps it against the firewall so you can move it around a little bit. And then you're going to want to remove the vacuum line on top of the valve. Once you get that line removed, you're going to want to take the chalk marker. You can see on the valve that there's two different hookups. And so if you confuse those lines, it's not going to work right. So you want to mark the top one when you take it off, so you make sure and put it on the right spot when you put the new valve in. Once you've got that done, you're going to want to take your pliers or the hose clamp puller and go ahead and pull the hoses off of that valve. So because it is in an awkward spot, I went ahead and got some pliers that are angled a bit differently. So I got that hose off the one side of the valve. I'm going to go ahead and try the other two sides. Keep in mind that you are going to lose some coolant because you're opening the coolant line directly, but it'll only run out for less than a second and then it will be done. So. Okay, and so I've got it. That's the old coolant bypass valve. And this is the brand new coolant bypass valve that we're going to be installing. Honestly, with these valves, you can't tell from the outside that anything's gone wrong, other than they might be wet from leaking. So we're going to go ahead and put in the other valve now, doing everything that we did to get this one off, but in reverse order. Be very careful as you put the new valve on that you are sure not to mix up at all the hoses. So like I said, if you get the hoses wrong, there's no way this is going to work. Like I said before, marking this really does make it a lot easier. You'll think, oh, I don't need to mark it, I'll be able to tell or see where it goes, but honestly they're the exact same size. And when they're both off, they fall down and really move location, so there really isn't a way to tell which hose is the top and bottom without a previous marking. I'm going to go ahead and put back on the top vacuum hose on top of the canister. And then you would want to begin reassembling the wiring harness here. Put this back, put the plastic pieces back on, and then reconnect everything. Right now I'm not going to do that. Tomorrow I'll have to pick up some vacuum hose. I'm going to go ahead and leave it open so I can get in here a bit easier to replace some of these lines that are super brittle, and of course the two lines that I broke. In short, that's how you change the coolant bypass valve in a 2000, well I should say in a 99 to 2004 Saab 9.5. Well guys, that didn't go exactly to plan, like it never does, but here's my old coolant bypass valve. I'm going to go ahead and add that to my box of parts that I've replaced on this car. And tomorrow I'll get those vacuum lines, I'll put them in the engine, we'll see how it runs. So some of the reasons that you might want to replace your coolant bypass valve is, of course, if it starts leaking. If that fails, that will leave you stranded on the side of the road. Mine hasn't been quite that bad. These Saabs are known for that valve failing, so this is kind of a preventative measure and also kind of a repair, as I've been smelling kind of a sweet smell on acceleration, deacceleration, braking, that kind of thing. That can indicate that your coolant bypass valve does have a small leak, that it's starting to leak or that it's starting to go out. So I figured I might as well get in here and replace it preventatively before something happens and I do get stranded on the side of the road. So I think that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. Also feel free to suggest videos that you'd like to see, more content. And I think that's it, so we'll see you guys next time.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.